I'm Gloria Moraga. This is the Political Woman podcast. Well, I'm up in arms. I'm angry. I'm mad. I'm mad as hell, and I'm not going to take it anymore. They're coming for Social Security, and I'm sharing this and doing this podcast tonight just for one reason and one reason only. We need all of us to rise up, speak up, and shout to the rooftops, to all of our Congress members, to all of the Republicans, to the White House, that they are not going to touch Social Security. They want it. They've wanted it for years. It's in Project 2025. And Musk said it this weekend. Then MAGA Mike Johnson said it again on one of the shows. And then once again in his speech before the joint session of Congress, Trump repeated all of the lies that Elon Musk has come up with of all the, 1,000-year-old people who are receiving Social Security benefits.
Identifying shocking levels of incompetence and probable fraud in the Social Security program for our seniors, and that our seniors and people that we love rely on. Believe it or not, government databases list 4.7 million Social Security members from people aged 100 to 109 years old. It lists.
And then that Mike Johnson said over the weekend, oh, the algorithms prove. Where does he get that? Algorithms. I wonder if he's talking to, the white belly billionaire. Yeah, the algorithms show that it's just, Social Security is just filled with waste, fraud, and abuse. All right. I've fact-checked this until the cows come home. And I'm going to read from a article, an op-ed in the Los Angeles Times that just gives some background on the Social Security Administration. So let me give you a little bit of background. Nearly 69 million Americans are receiving Social Security benefits as of December 31st, according to the agency. Now, who are those people? 54 million are retired workers, their spouses, their children. About 6 million are survivors of deceased workers. There are some disabled people receiving benefits because somebody put into the system for them. That's kind of just some rough numbers. Here's what. Elon Musk has cut the staff at Social Security. And so there's all these warnings going out right now that there aren't enough people in the Social Security Administration right now to make sure everybody gets their Social Security check in a timely manner. And if something's wrong or something occurs, there isn't going to be anybody to answer the phone to help if you don't get it. So some experts are advising, and I said this last night in my live shot on TikTok, have a contingency plan for grandma and grandpa or whoever you know and love that relies on their Social Security check for life, okay? People put into the system, and that is their money, and they're dying to get a hold of it. They want to privatize it so that some billionaire can make more money off of our money. This article is great, the one in the Los Angeles Times. I'll share the link with you. Throughout the ages, Republicans have tried to steal Social Security from workers, and they failed at every turn. Now, these guys are just doing stuff without any oversight. Okay, Elon Musk has no oversight whatsoever. And this is from the same article. Quote, in an appearance on Friday on Joe Rogan's webcast, Musk called Social Security the biggest Ponzi scheme of all time. And you all know what a Ponzi scheme is. You pay into a scheme, and the people who pay in early just steal from the people who come in later. They just take that money and take that money. But that's a lie. You know, Elon Musk is a liar, as is Trump. Trump going on and on in this speech. Here's what some of the stuff that Trump said. And it's a lie. It's a lie.
It lists 3.6 million people from ages 110 to 119. I don't know any of them. I know some people that are rather elderly, but not quite that elderly. 3.47 million people from ages 120 to 129.
So just so you know, Social Security has an 85-year unbroken record for paying beneficiaries what they are owed. And Social Security currently holds a reserve of nearly, wait for it, $2.8 trillion in Treasury securities. And all of this is publicly displayed. The GOP just, whenever anybody says there's waste, fraud, and abuse in Social Security, just they nod, because they're dying to get their hands on that money. And again, Mike Johnson, and this is a quote, absurdly claimed that Musk's algorithms crawling through the data are finding enormous amounts of waste, fraud, and abuse. There's exactly zero evidence of that. Can we trust him? No. No. Can we trust Musk? No. But you heard Trump. You heard Trump. I mean, here's some more of that same soundbite of him going on and on.
In fact, Pam, good luck. Good luck. You're going to find it. But a lot of money is paid out to people because it just keeps getting paid and nobody does. And it really hurts Social Security and hurts our country. 1.3 million people from ages 150 to 159 and over 130,000 people, according to the Social Security databases, are age over 160 years old.
So they're setting us up again to try to steal this money. And I just want to say to everybody out there, know this. Don't think I'm being like crazy lib. I'm not. And go into your Social Security account, help your grandma, help your grandpa, help an elderly friend, go into their account and download or copy what you're owed. Print it out if you have to. I'm going to download my information and I'm going to copy it as well. Because if they decide that they're going to steal this money, if they're going to block our accounts, if they're not going to pay us, we need to have records of it. So have your record. Just please do that. So Trump went on and on and on. And I could get into all the nitty gritty, and I've already done another video on this and COBOL. So look that video up. I've done this on why Musk is confused. You know, he's not the brightest person in the world, and neither is Trump. But the Project 2025 people and the billionaires want this money, and it's not their money. And we need to fight for this now. We should not wait. During the speech, early in the speech, a congressman was kicked out.
Mr. Green, take your seat. Take your seat, sir. Take your seat. Finding that members continue to engage in willful and concerted disruption of proper decorum, the chair now directs the Sergeant-at-Arms to restore order Remove this gentleman from the chamber.
This is Congressman Al Green. He's a Democrat from Texas. Trump was blathering on about his mandate, which wasn't really a mandate. You know, he didn't even get a majority of the votes. But he won, but he didn't get a majority of the votes. You can do that now. And Trump was talking about his mandate, and Green yelled out, "You have no mandate to cut Medicaid." Green said they're doing it. He got kicked out. Mike Johnson, a little wimp, had to call the guards to drag Green out, who uses a cane. I mean, he came in for a vote last year, you know, after he'd had surgery. They want to cut that program, and they're going to cut that program to provide these tax cuts for the rich, for billionaires. So we've got to be loud and stop them. He said he doesn't care what they do to him, if they want to censure him or whatever. He said, and this is a quote, "The best way to get across to a person who uses incivility, who uses his incivility against our civility, is to be uncivil." And then he said he's willing to stand up and take his punishment because he wants to stand up to Trump's desire to cut Medicaid, Medicare, and Social Security. And here is the Democratic response to, I'm not going to play it all. I'm just going to play the part about the Social Security and the Medicaid. Here she is.
Grocery and home prices are going up, not down, and he hasn't laid out a credible plan to deal with either of those. His tariffs on allies like Canada will raise prices on energy, lumber, and cars, and start a trade war that will hurt manufacturing and farmers. Your premiums and prescriptions will cost more because the math on his proposals doesn't work without going after your health care. Meanwhile, for those keeping score, the national debt is going up, not down. And if he's not careful, he could walk us right into a recession. And one more thing. In order to pay for his plan, he could very well come after your retirement, the Social Security, Medicare, and VA benefits you worked your whole life to earn. The president claims he won't, but Elon Musk just called Social Security the biggest Ponzi scheme of all time. While we're on the subject of Elon Musk, is there anyone in America who is comfortable with him and his gang of 20-year-olds using their own computer servers to poke through your tax returns, your health information, and your bank accounts? No oversight, no protections against cyber attack, no guardrails on what they do with your private data.
By the way, that is freshman Senator Elise Slorkin. She is a Democrat from Michigan. She won in a district that Trump won. So that'll show you how voters, in Michigan are. I love Michigan. It's a beautiful state. She was in the CIA. She worked with soldiers in the field. She joined up after 9/11, and now she's the young senator, and she was great. She was great responding to Trump's lies, and his speech was just riddled with lies. I mean, I was going to do a whole fact check podcast, and just can't stand by and sit around and go la-di-da. What are we going to do? Oh, woe is me. Trump won. We have to just eat it. No, we don't. This commentary that I've been quoting from is from the Los Angeles Times, and it's called "Trump, the GOP, and Doge have launched their attack on Social Security. You should start worrying now." I will include the link. It's an opinion piece written by Michael Hitzzik. And then he starts off saying, perhaps the most frequently cited quote from Donald Trump relevant to his effort to root out government waste is, quote, "We're not touching Social Security." Now, Trump has said that again and again and again. And guess what? In his speech before joint session, he did not say that. He did not say that. They're going after it. They're going after it. And we need to protect it for everybody, for your mom, for your dad, for you. The money's there. It's protected. But they can still hack. They can still take it. This would be, that's our money. We put it in there. This would be the first time in United States history that a government entity, Donald Trump, Elon Musk, Doge, the Congress sitting around and doing nothing and applauding everything he says, first time they actually take money from individuals, because that's our money. And they have their eye on it. And they think they can do it because they're dismantling all these programs and then bragging about it. Trump's bragging about it up there on stage as he destroys our economy. Look at Wall Street. Look at what the Wall Street Journal is saying about Trump. And it's a conservative rag. And they're appalled. And these tariffs are going to hurt us and hurt Americans. And he promised he was going to balance, lower food prices. He's a liar. He is a liar. And we need to band together. No one's going to save us. I'm thankful that Green spoke up for Medicaid and Social Security and Medicare, but did all the other Democrats get up and shout down the Republicans? No, they all sat there just like on their hands. Go into your grandma and grandpa's, help them, and get documents from Social Security Administration. You should have an online account, My Social Security, and download your documents and copy your documents in case they try to steal them. Because we will file lawsuits if they do this. We need to try to stop them now. You need to stop those Republicans. We just need a few Republicans to vote with Democrats. But we need to send a message loud and clear. Call them every day. Email, call them. Make them do town halls with you. Because they're coming for it. And look how poorly they've managed everything else. He again doubled down on we want Greenland. He again, Trump, doubled down on the Panama Canal. They're working to get that. What happened to make America great? We're going to concentrate on our problems here. You know, they let these two vicious sex traffickers back into the country, and Trump did that. Trump's administration got those guys back when he promised he was going to get rid of all of the violent immigrants and the people who were eating the cats and eating the dogs. I digress because I'm angry. And I'm trying not to be angry, but I am trying to be vigilant about sharing what's going on in the political world right now. This is not a joke. It's not funny. I'm not fooling around. They are trying to destroy democracy. They are trying to destroy our country. They want an executive branch that's all powerful. They don't want to share power, even though the Constitution is based on 3 equal branches of government: the executive, the courts, judiciary, and the Congress. And Congress is doing nothing. The courts, the Supreme Court's crooked majority. And we have to hold on until the next election next year so we can get rid of these guys. And I mean it. We need to get rid of them. And even the ones that are just sitting around and not doing anything, we need to get rid of them. That's enough. That's enough. This is our money. This is our country. I don't want my tax dollars spent on getting the Panama Canal back after we made an agreement with them. And there's not a problem there. And, well, why are we doing this to Greenland? Why are we doing this to Canada? Why are we doing this to Mexico? They are our trading partners. Why are we slapping more tariffs on China when we've already have tariffs on them? Our farmers are going to go broke here with this. Our farmers have already been taking a hard hit when they cut all of the U.S. aid for poor children who are starving in Africa and need shots. And we can't even take care of our own measles epidemic or problem that's going on here right now. They're all just joking about it and laughing. All right, I digress. I'm Gloria Moraga, political woman. Please subscribe. I'll share more on this tomorrow. I'll do a short. Please call your Congress member. Download those files if at all possible. And protect your grandmother and grandfather. Protect your older family members who depend on Social Security to live. And please, be safe. Thanks.